if you have not watched the TB Joshua documentary, which is fortunately and unfortunately, if you are someone that doesn't like sitting and watching something that is that too long, because it has got 3 parts. It's kind of a 3-part series, if I may put it that way, but it's a documentary. It's a documentary. Very interesting, but also very emotional. I mean, you get so emotional as if you were there when these sure guys, the people that stayed there, narrate the stories, and there are different stories and how they got to the church and all of that. It is so sad. It's very, very sad. And I think I'm just going to give you a few pointers, but please, I don't want to spoil it. When you have time, please go watch. It's on YouTube. I suppose it's on the other paying channels, but yeah, yeah, we watched it on YouTube. But in any case, my friend, it is so bad, and thank goodness, BBC tried to give us all. When you like think, okay, maybe there's a gap here, there's something that you're missing. You would have loved to hear this, you have loved to hear, but almost everything is there. It's long. All 3 parts are very long. In case you just got into our channel, yes, it is the TB Joshua documentary. It is so scary, if I may put it that way. I was scared for the people that were staying there. As I was going through the whole documentary, I'm telling you, it felt like it's happening now. But also, I felt like this is happening. How many people are doing it as we speak? Maybe you're thinking I'm just talking. Like I said, I'm not gonna give you everything. I think I'll give myself time where I will actually give you parts of it. I'll give you just the highlights. The highlights, okay. You get people who heard about the church either from television, and I'm talking about South Africans, Nigerians specifically, as well as people from the UK, people from Australia. I'm talking about people like that. So it was not just from one region where you think that it's Nigerians, they will know their way out, it's going to be easier. No, 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 no. These are the people. You watch the TV, you see this man of God, obviously you get interested. You've just been confused, like there was this lady or this girl, when she got there, she was young and she felt like, you know what, I think I'm gay, but also God doesn't allow me to be gay. That's what she believed. And one day she was watching like everyone else. She was watching the channel and she felt like, you know what, that's where I need to be at. Obviously, she came just to come and visit. And then when she got there, they, yo, and please, as you listen to me, also try to understand that I am just trying to summarize everything. But like I said, please make sure that you have time, if you are interested, to go and watch YouTube. It's very, very long, so it might take you like almost 3 hours or 4 hours. So it depends on how you're gonna be watching. Are you gonna be watching it at once? I did watch it at once. It was so difficult to watch. At first, I started with documentary part 2, and then I realized, no man, I'm actually in the middle of this thing. Then I saw there was part 1, part 2, part 3. My friend, then let me just go back to the story, and then watched on TV, and then just decided, you know what, let me just come. I'm talking about this lady who felt like she was gay and she needed to be corrected, according to her, allegedly. Gets to Nigeria, they are taking their buses. I mean, the infrastructure is going well, everything is fine. Gets there like everyone else. I think as you listen, you must understand that's almost how everyone got there. Gets there, there's a bus that picks them up either from the airport or from wherever, but everything is just so organized. They get I would say in our language, I would say it's a mission. There's a mission, that's where they go. It's a building, it's a whole compound that everyone stays there. So they get there, they go to church, everything is okay, and it's interesting. Just before she left, then TB Joshua allegedly asked one of the people that worked there, I think there was a lady that stayed, that's from Nigeria, asked to go and call her, and then she was called to his office, I would say, which was in a building, and a double-story building. So she goes upstairs, and then when she got there, obviously you just come and you're like, okay, I'm gonna sit in the chairs because I can see there are chairs here. No, 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 no. The lady says, no, 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 you must kneel down. So immediately there's a difference in how you relate to this guy, because now he's either higher than God or he's God himself, allegedly. Gets there, he's told that, you know what, by T.B. Joshua, that, you know what, I think there's something in you, so please do not leave. I've been told, either by the dream or whatever, I've been told that you must stay here. And that's what he used to do apparently to most people that will come there and visit. And then obviously all she wants to be changed and all of that. And then she believes in this, and she's given her own place, and she's kind of, bothered by this at some times, but also she knows what's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that I'm going to be changed from being, in our language, I mean, in our understanding, a lesbian, to be, to be not one, if you know what I mean. So she stays there, she's alone, and she sees these women who are naked, and it's like, okay, this looks like it's normal, so I don't have to feel like this. At some point they're together at this place. I'm not sure, I think it was a place where they were like cleaning themselves or showers, I don't know, but it's like a dormitory kind of situation. There are others that are dormitory, but apparently she was at some point alone, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't drag me. But eventually she feels like, you know what, I'm so bored, I'm going to take my life. I don't think this is the place. But again, she's also comforted by the fact that I'm not the only one. Here, everything's about God, and this is the man of God, and I promise that after 3 months, they will definitely be like him, and that means that he's pure, and then she will be pure as well. Not knowing that she was going to stay there for years, and she stayed there for years, and they would be given scripts. Yo, guys, it's so... They will be given scripts and talk about how people are saved, and those were all scripts, and people were acting and all of that. And apparently the people that were very, very sick, like for instance, someone who's coming with a dead with a disease that is almost terminal, then they will be chased away, and they would not be shown on television. Only the people that would have things that can be curable, then they will be stayed there. They will stay there and be treated with obviously medicines or whatever, and then immediately they will heal. And then those are the people that will be shown as the people that have got these terminal diseases. It's very, very, very strange, if you ask me. Too much, if you ask me. A lot, if you ask me. Okay, then she stayed, and then until she realized, no, this was not it. And then she left. But before then, this is when now she understood that there were people that also did a video. I think the guys from Nigeria and the other guys that felt, you know what, there was something wrong. Everyone that has actually managed to escape felt like there was something wrong. So we need to report this. Going back to the place, I'll say the mission. Remember when there was that accident where a lot of people died, 100 and something people died. Then then T.B. Joshua came out to say, apparently and allegedly, there was a helicopter that was hovering on top of the building, and it's the one, and they wanted to take him away, and it was not his time to leave and all of that. And people believe that. And I mean, I believed that, but also I was like, what are you doing there? But I'm like, okay, you're looking for God, you're looking for Christ, you believe. Okay, let me not judge you. All right. And people died there. And even South Africans, a lot of people died there. But let me tell you something. Immediately when that happened, he contacted, allegedly, the people that are in South Africa, because apparently there were branches in South Africa, or there are people that were managing the South African churches or the South African branches. I don't know how it worked, my friend. So these people then were asked, this particular lady that you've seen on TV, I mean, we've seen on social media, was asked to take bags of money to these families. Not to talk to the media, not to say anything. just to understand that this happened and God wanted to happen that way. And if they don't take the money, because other people resisted, I'm not going to take the money. Are you trying to shut me up? I want to know what really happened. I need justice. But I suppose others took it because I mean, there's a lot of families that lost their loved ones, but I only saw a couple of, not many families that actually came up to say we did not take the money. But I mean, you can understand that you've lost someone, but here someone is bringing you bags of money. My friend, I don't know, between me and you, would you have taken the money? Maybe let's just talk about that. But other people were like, no, Aslambi, we are not desperate for money. All we want to know was what happened. And I mean, there was this lady who lost her daughter, beautiful, pretty daughter, who, you know, when you look at these people, you're like, my goodness, but your level of intelligence and everything, I am putting it up there. Let me not judge. I'm sorry, let me not judge. But in any case, she lost her daughter. You can see that she's still so hurt. She's grieving. And she's one of the people that did not take the money. And this other guy who decided, you know what, this was my niece and I'm not going to take the money, and all of that. So it was a lot, man. It was a lot. Yo, guys, it was a lot. It's a lot. You must please watch. But in any case, and then the reasoning, then people were like, no, we're taking this to court. Fast forward, they took him to court. But let me tell you, apparently and allegedly, he's never attended any of those court proceedings. You know why? Because one of the guys was actually saying, guys, you don't know how powerful this guy was. We will be told, there was another guy who said, we will be told, politicians will visit, people in power will visit from different countries, not just from Nigeria. They will visit and then we will be told that take this money and put this money in this particular. And obviously, the person who's going to get the money, they mustn't be seen having the envelope, the brown envelope, like we'll say in South Africa. So the brown envelope would be given, or the money would be given to people that worked there. And this guy was actually saying, I was the one of the people that were given the money. And it was, it's something that would happen more often. So hence, even when that building fell, which the real reason, apparently and allegedly, it was because the structure could not hold the rest of the floors. Apparently, he was told that do not put any other floor on top of this because you need to have a very strong foundation, and this foundation is not going to hold up, and it didn't. And apparently, allegedly, he forced for it to happen because apparently in these buildings, he was making so much money because people will pay. I mean, droves and droves of people will go to Nigeria, and here he was running these buildings and as kind of mini hotels where people would be taken care of, like you coming to a B&B or a hotel or whatever. So that was part of the business. So when the people lost their lives, he was not even bothered. He was not moved. Apparently and allegedly, one of the people that were close to him, he said, this guy was not even bothered. You will lose your life, and like life goes on for him. So and then that's when then people pushed to say, you know what, we want the truth. Like I said, he did not attend. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised because remember, this is someone who is so powerful. This is someone who's paying his way to the top. So none of the people would actually touch him. And apparently, even on that day of the incident, when that happened and people were so shocked, people were like trying to save a lot of people that were injured, and there were people that were shouting help that were still trapped in the building. And guess what happened? Around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it's dark. Everyone moved and people were told to move away from the scene, and people went. Obviously people left. And immediately when people left, apparently and allegedly, that's when the work started. People, allegedly, there was a bus that had to take all these lifeless bodies, put them in the bus, And where they were taken, nobody knows. Obviously, it was a motel. Who owns it, we don't know. But apparently, a lot of people then were taken there, and that was when the media was not there. So it was done in the dark. Because obviously, it was gruesome images and scenes, and they did not want him to be seen like that. So they were protecting him, and they managed to protect him. They managed to protect him. Because, I mean, how do you even explain someone who owns that building and has never, and I'm not saying this cannot happen to anyone. An incident can happen anytime. But this is someone that was told that, hey, Pella, this thing is not going to happen because the building is not stable. And apparently a senior or a manager in the maintenance went, and when he was there, the building started shaking. And it was not long then that the building just fell off. And he couldn't even have a nerve to say, please tell everyone who is there to evacuate the building immediately. And I mean, a lot of people could have been saved, I think. But alas, it did not happen. That's what happened, and people lost their lives. But people were saying the reason why he did not even bother to attend is because of the power that he had. And also, even when the judgment happened, Uti, you know what, he was responsible for those people. Apparently, up until as we speak, nothing was done with that. He was never he was never bothered. Those people didn't get any justice, although he was, I mean, the judgment said you are responsible because obviously the building was not stable. And within the stories, and all of them, they've got their own different stories. You know, when you feel like you can just take one lady or one guy and just dwell on them and zoom on them and tell their stories. And there was this guy who was very, very close, who said, I used to hear horrible things because I was close to him. And then there were these ladies, Nabo, were there, and then it went as far as people going to him. Apparently, like I said, he would have this office or this bedroom upstairs. So this other one was saying, I used to see people going upstairs, and this day I was called and I went, and he did off with me, and I did not give any consent, and he was saying he was doing it to me only because he wanted me, obviously all hogwash. Okay, and then this other day he saw this other one, was saying, guys, what is going on? I went and this is what happened. And then she realized, no man, I'm not the only one. This guy is doing this, and he's been doing this to a lot of us. But people, because they were scared of him, they were quiet. You wouldn't say a thing. It was like a cult, man, you know, where you like feel like, you know, your mind is no longer your mind. You are so stoned, you are so believing in this. And they said the things that they saw there, and the people that really lost their lives, they feel like they could have done something, and they feel so much of guilt because they did not do anything, because people would be told not to use their medication when they knew it was all an act. Sad story. And then there's a part where we are shown his own biological daughter, who was actually accommodated within the compound or the mission where she was left there, obviously given food now, but she was not allowed to go out of the compound. She was kept there like in prison for almost 2 years until she decided, I think, to talk, and then she was asked to leave, and she went to the street. Literally, she went to the street. Such a beautiful, pretty lady, but you can see that she's troubled. And she was like, you know what? I saw everything that my father did, but I was not allowed to talk. But like I said, guys, remember what I said this year, 2024. But I mean, I was like jokingly saying, oh yeah, about 2024. Like everyone is going to be taking all the secrets out. This is what is happening. Who would have imagined that yesterday, on the 8th, was it the 8th? Yes, on the 8th, we would actually be woken up to this big scandal. Kudos, well done to BBC Africa. They did their best. And I can tell you there's more stories that needs to be told that are not told. But again, what is happening in that church as we speak? Is there anyone that's gonna be responsible for that? Because he might not be there, but also the stories, the people that are still allegedly could be losing their lives because someone is saying you're gonna be healed. If you come to this church, you're gonna be healed. We understand now that the honorable wife has taken the reins, but like I'm saying, guys, apparently she was they tried to contact her and she was not available for comment, or she did not respond, or she was not interested. And obviously she can easily say, it's not my fault, I didn't do anything, I didn't know anything, what are you talking about, this was my husband, or they were sleeping with my husband, things like that. It could get to that point. But my friend, so sad. And let me tell you, this is still happening. How I wish everyone would wake up and understand that not every church, not every point where you go and gather as Christian is just as holy. Not every man of God is man of God for real. Not every woman of God is woman of God for real. Be wise, wake up. And this is across the board. Black, white, Indians, colored, everyone else, green, yellow, everyone. I think it's about time, 2024. I think it's the year where things are coming up and things are being shown are being shown out there. Things that were done in secrecy, now they're coming out. I just feel sorry for all those ladies that went through that and all those men that went through that. I just hope that they will be healed and they will make sure that they go for counseling, and also so that they can also give love to their families. Because we hear someone saying, I believe him. He was on the same level as my God because of how I believed in him. But my friend, I'm going to stop it here because it's too long, as we say, as you can imagine. I don't want to be bored, but please watch it. Thank you so much, my friend, for watching. Please let me know, is this teaching you anything? What would you have done if you were in that situation? What would you say to your daughter, to your sons, about those people that might look like they are the real men of God, the real woman of God, and they're not? Thank you so much, my friend, once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. I shall see you on the next one.